Good afternoon. I want to thank you for this opportunity to teach for you. I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful group of 18 to 21-year-old special education students who are handpicked to come to this program called the Gateway to Independence. The program is completely functional, with functional academics in the morning, and all of our students are out with job coaches on the jobs, learning special skills and vocational skills in the afternoon. The lesson I prepared for you will be kind of a class party, with May being a very festive month, Mother's Day, Memorial Day. What I want them to do is to learn how to plan a party with a given budget and given materials from local restaurants. The objectives: they're going to use food vocabulary and recognize that we want them to gain an understanding of food quantities, units of measure, in terms of food pricing, create a shopping list within an assigned budget, prepare a menu following a standard format, and becoming familiar with American customs, certainly celebrations, and food. We intend to create a menu after this and have follow-up activities in the community in certain restaurants when time permits. Some of the materials I'll be using will be overhead projectors, and yes, I still use overhead projectors because I'm at a college in Southern Maryland and the technology in the classroom is very limited. I do use iPads on a great number of occasions, but in order to have the class see what I want them to see, we will use overheads. They are still very effective, and the students do learn very, very well. They will create a shopping list with food items and pricing. I've already given them a budget of $50. I will tell them tomorrow that they will be having a party of 5 of their closest friends, and they are to have that party within that structured budget of $50. Down the road, at one point in time, we were doing a menu, how to construct a menu. I gave them an example of a Thanksgiving menu that they would have, and then we will assign that menu to our Memorial Day holiday party when we get to that part of the lesson. Again, my appreciation for allowing to teach the lesson, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, here we go. Up here. This is a big month. Am I correct? Yeah. This is the last full month of school. Nice. Okay? Yes, you come to school in June. Yes, you do. However, seniors, how many days left?
18.
18. Okay? So that's a big deal. Patrick, right? Senior. Michael, senior, right? Denasia, senior, right? Cool. All right. So this is what you guys have to look forward to next year. But lots of things go on in May. So give me an idea. What goes on in May? What things happen in May that don't happen at any other time of the year?
No more work?
You mean on the job?
Yeah.
Yes, your job sites will end. Good. No more work. Your job sites will end in the end of May. I didn't take that funny. I got you. What else goes on in May?
Spring games.
Special Olympics. What day? Friday?
Friday.
Okay, Friday Special Olympics.
Transition meeting tomorrow.
Going to be hot.
Yeah. Oh,
Sunscreen.
yes.
Tomorrow, transition
Memorial.
meeting.
Yeah.
Transition meeting. You're going to be talking with agencies who what? Who help you when you leave school. Okay? That's important. These agencies really provide a lot of support for you. A couple of holidays coming up.
Memorial.
Memorial Day. Yep.
For soldiers who died.
Mother's Day also is coming up.
Yeah.
Right. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on Memorial Day. Okay? What we're going to do is you are going to plan a Memorial Day party. Okay? You are going to invite 5 of your best friends, and if you don't have 5 friends, make them up. Okay? If you don't have 5 friends, make them up. All right? What you're going to do is we're going to be going over when you start planning your menus. In other words, what you want to have. First of all, figure out who's coming. All right? When you start planning, I've got all these circulars from Food Lion. Okay? So you have a budget of $50. So do you think you can feed 5 people on $50, or do you need more?
Need more.
All right, tell you what, let's
Do
try.
100.
Let's 100.
$100.
do
It's not your money, so let's get 100, right? Let's try 50. If for some reason $50 doesn't go, we'll up the ante. Okay, we'll up the ante. All right? So, a couple of things I want to do first, though. We need to talk a little bit about vocab. Okay? When we're looking at, if I plug that in, Kyle, it might help with it. Would you mind? Thank you. Okay, just don't repeat so. Okay.
Yeah, don't want you to do yourself.
Okay. You guys didn't come? Guys, you've seen this before. We've talked about these before. And I will. Michael, just get one light off there, please. The one on the right.
Yes, sir.
The other right. There you go. That's one. Here we go.
Mr. Can
Yeah.
you make it a little bit smaller so we can see the
On that blurry. There you go.
Is that better, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So dining vocabulary. It's really, these are things that we've talked about before. What's the first word we're talking about, guys? Appetizer. When do you get an appetizer?
Before
Okay.
your main.
It's
before your meal.
Before your main meal, before your main course, before your main course, right? Okay, so appetizers. What? What's an appetizer?
Salad.
Salad.
Can be, but a
Cheese.
salad can also be like a side, like a
Yeah.
side dish maybe.
Like
Mashed
chicken.
potatoes. Mashed
No.
potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
That's also could be a
Soup.
side dish. You know, appetizers for a party could be chips, pretzels. Do you guys like celery and peanut butter?
Oh, I do.
That's usually a pretty much good.
Yeah,
a pretty big
that's
fan.
good.
Not
It's-
celery.
Appetizer, just they're finger foods, little things like that. Okay.
Mozzarella cheese, mozzarella
That could
cheese.
be, that could be an
Oh, those
appetizer,
are
right,
good.
soups. Entrees,
Your main meal.
you're good, your main meal.
Hot dogs, hamburgers.
Then we talked about what? The side
Side
dishes.
dish.
Side dishes meaning potatoes or salad, something like that. Go ahead, Ben Line, guys. Go ahead.
Dessert.
Dessert,
Ice
Go ahead,
cream,
explain that.
cake,
Ice
there you
cream,
go, very good,
Cake.
wonderful.
candy.
Vegetables.
Vegetables, right?
And
However,
nutrition.
Yeah, the nutrition aspect is what I want to kind of point out to you. I don't know if you do that, as young people, you don't look at the ingredients on the boxes, do you?
No.
Or do you?
No.
No, when you get older, you will. Because
Yeah.
there's things out there called fat, there's things out there called sodium, there's things out there called cholesterol,
And
that
sugar.
as you get older, and sugars that
The
don't go well with the adult body. So when I go out and buy things, I'm looking at, okay, what's on the strip, and is it going to be good for me? Okay, so those are just a couple. Obviously, utensils we know,
I can't see.
Recipe.
okay, recipes, I'm gonna go over.
Ingredients.
Ingredients, great, what goes into it, what goes into it.
And
And if you need to look at how to make something,
Cookbook.
a cookbook, you know, basic stuff, we've done this before. Okay. All right, so let me give you a flyer. We can turn this off. Let me give you a flyer. And let's kind of take a look at it. Let's take a look at the flyer. And I need to speak to you about abbreviations. I need to speak to you about abbreviations in the flyer. Abbreviations we've talked about is what? Shortened,
Short word
a
for
shortened word form, yes. So take a look at the front page. Do you see any abbreviations on there?
Yes.
What are you looking at?
LB.
Value
That
pack.
says pounds.
Well, abbreviations are a couple of letters with a period at the end. So give me an abbreviation you found.
What's MVP?
Pound.
MVP card.
MVP in sports is most valuable player.
What about
MVP
pound?
card here is simply a card that gives you a discount at Food Line,
Yep.
okay?
What
Take a
about
look at the
pound?
first page. Do you see anything like this?
LB. What's LB?
I was gonna put down.
A pound.
What's it,
A
what,
pound.
that's a pound, exactly, pound. Okay,
MVP.
that's a pound. Well, MVP is just the name of the discount card.
Yeah.
You say
I'm
money.
looking for abbreviations on weight or something like that.
What's EA?
EA, good question.
Oh,
MVP.
Eat.
we already said
Each,
that.
if you look at EA, if you look at, the banana is 89 cents each. That means each
Ah.
banana would be 89 cents. Okay, so
Eight.
that's that. Any other,
8-9 ounce package.
OZ, right? Is it, what's the
OZ.
abbreviation?
Ounce.
What, how's it spelled?
OZ.
OZ, right, so
Ounce.
OZ is an ounce.
And then
An ounce is a weight of measure.
And then PKG is package.
Wonderful, you got it. PKG, package. Okay, package of one, PKG of one will be $8.99, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, package of one. Okay. Yeah, I know you've done this before, so these are just basically going back over some of the things that we've talked about earlier on.
Oh, CT, Mr. L.
CT,
Yeah.
CT. Anybody find what else is CT?
Right here
We're
on
looking at.
Oh.
the shrimp. Yeah, no, yeah, shrimp. The shrimp. This is 41 dash.
Oh, CT on the shrimp. They have a whole thing of shrimp there. CT, guys, that's a good question. Is
OZ.
CT?
What's
Hold on.
Hold
Is
on.
count.
Now,
In other words, CT. What's the count of the shrimp? Shall be in what you just saw.
41.50.
So the count is 41 to 50 shrimp in that package.
And then the apple something
Package.
it's called.
Okay. Is there a count?
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay, so then you know when you see the
Yeah.
see the abbreviation CT, you're looking at how much or how many are in that particular package. Okay? Good.
EA.
EA,
No, we already did
each.
that.
That's okay. That's all right. You're looking at them. Any other abbreviations that we missed?
What I was looking.
Where,
Really not too many. I think basically what you found is what you're going to see throughout the whole package.
Yeah.
Okay.
MVP.
Well, you're the fourth person that asked that. It is a discount card.
Oh.
Yeah.
An MVP in sports is most valuable player. So MVP is just a discount card. Okay?
Discount.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to give you a list. What I'd like you to do is think about, first of all, I want you to write down the 5. I want you to write down, when you get my list, I want you to think of who you invite. Okay? That's important. When you have any kind of cookout or meal, or you're inviting someone over, you want to figure out, okay, I'm going to invite Johnny George. All right, whatever he is. What does Johnny like to eat? So you have to figure out, I'm inviting these different people, what would they like? Okay? So let me give you the paper. All this is a shopping list. Okay? Prices are this column. Just tell me how much it is. Okay. What about if we hit something, if you buy something, bananas are 2 for $12. Let's say you don't want 2 of those for $12. How do you figure out how much one would be? We talked about this before. 2 for 12.
Minus
Divide.
Oh, give that man a cigar. Divide. 12 divided by 2. How much would one bundle of bananas be? 12 divided by 2.
6.
$6. Thank you. $6. So there you go. All right. So if you get something like that and say, well, I got 2 for $35. I don't need all that. How much would one be? You take that number.
What about 2 for 4? I mean, yeah, 2 for $4.
2.
So it'd be $2 each.
Yes, ma'am. You got it. $2 each.
Okay.
Be aware of that because lots of stores want to buy. They want to sell you more.
What about 3 for $9?
6.
Divide it. You got your calculator. 9 divided by 3.
6. 9.
If you added 6 to
Oh, it's
9,
3.
it's 3. Multiply, remember? You're dividing. So anything 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, divide those two numbers. That will give you the price of one. Okay, so what I want you to do is on the bottom, right now, I'll give you a paper first. Okay, on the bottom of this, take a couple of minutes and think about who you would invite. All right? If you get stuck, I would hope you could invite 5 people. But if you're stuck and you can't figure it out, write down who you could or would invite, and then go ahead and go through the circular and find out what you would order or buy for your picnic. Okay? We'll just start there.
Can I use my phone just for like the names?
Yes, sir, you can do that, absolutely. There you go, Christian. Okay, so, don't waste too much time. I mean, 5 people are not that many people. So what you hear is, this is your shopping list. On the left-hand side of your paper is what food items you're going to want to order. Okay, this is good.
Where do we put the names?
On the bottom somewhere. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just curious to see who you're gonna invite. Okay, so think of 5 names. And after that, if you need to go to your phones to get contacts, you can do that for now. Okay, then we put the phones away again. So then after you get the names, go ahead into your circular, make sure that you have an idea as to how you're going to plan this, all right? And then you might get a lot of food items. You may get a lot, oh, I like that, I like that, I like that. But when we plan the menu, you're only going to have room for, just so many items. Okay, so right now we'll take a look at the circulars and I'll come around and help you out.
So, 5 people?
If you can get 5, yeah. If you want to have a small party of 3, that's fine. Okay. If you, well, Christian, what you're first going to do is, if you were planning a party, who would you invite? Okay. If you're having a hard time figuring out who you would invite, you can go ahead and plan what you would like to have for your party, and then go back and do the names. It's not important that we do it in that order. It's just an idea. Sometimes when you, sometimes when you have people in mind, you know what they like and then what you want to buy. Okay? So that should be that. Michael, that's good. You're good. So that's good enough. You can always invite more people. So go ahead back now and start to look at what you're going to get. Remember, guys, Memorial Day. What kind of foods do people usually have on Memorial Day picnic?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers.
Steaks.
Hot dogs. Sometimes they put steaks on the grill. Shelby, bacon wrapped shrimp. You ever have that on the grill?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yep. Yep.
Ew.
So think of what you like and what you think your friends would like, and then just go ahead and plan it. Make sure that you put the food item and the price down, because you have to budget. This is what we do when we are out living independently. If you have a paying job, you need to know where your money's going to go at all times. Okay? Pardon me? Boneless sirloin steak? Yeah. Yep, you can do that. You can do anything you want, but you got a budget to do it within.
So it's $50 for spending.
Yeah, let's see what you put down first, and then let's see if the $50 is enough. All right? Go ahead. So get your items, get your prices. You'll need your calculators at the end then to figure out where you are. Okay?
Anything for drink?
Absolutely. Beverages. Okay, let's talk about this. What kinds of things would you have? You're going to have a main meal.
Water.
Are you going to have snacks?
No.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, snacks. When people get to a party right away, what do they want to do? Get a soda, walk over and eat the chips or the dip or something like that. So you want to have something light for people to have when they first get there, okay? You don't want them to sit there and wait with no drink and no snacks until you make the main meal. So you want to have some appetizers or snacks, okay? Beverages. What would you like to have as beverages? Probably sodas. Make sure you have plenty of cold water, especially if it's a warm day.
Alright.
What's up? Get 3 and 3 for $9.
Pardon me?
It's like
3 for $9. What did I tell you? How do you figure out if it's 3 for $9?
Well, it's not
It'll
What
be
do you have to
$3.
do?
Hey,
You
$3.
divide. Yes, always. always divide
And
that
Michael,
last number by 3.
get the change.
Oh, yeah, Michael, you have to go. I'm sorry. Carl, thank you for reminding me. You guys are going. Okay. Off to work.
I need to get my bus back.
I'm sorry, yes. Hold on for 1 second, guys. We'll do that.
Yeah, hurry,
Okay.
Michael.
Yep, Michael.
Hurry,
Yep,
go.
we have to hurry. Kyle, here you go. And Michael, do you have your bus pass? Michael, no, you don't. I got it. Yep. Here you go, Tom. Okay. Turn that off. Okay. All right.
Give us ice cream.
You have to look at the pictures closely because the price print is very small. And you have to make certain that you get that correctly. And sometimes it will also say buy one to get one free. So the price of one gets you 2. All right? And that's where the bargains are. If you're definitely going to be looking to save money, bargains are a big part of it. Okay?
Just
You can wait on the hall. Does he read the stuff here? Okay.
probably.
Yeah, he's gonna. Okay. Okay, so, okay guys, tell me, what subtotals so far do you have?
I'm still working on it.
I got
Okay, give me a subtotal.
$27.74.
$27, that's pretty much, so you're a little over halfway there, right? Shelby, how about you? What's your subtotal so far, or close to it?
28, 26.
All right, you're a little bit further along than that, good. All right, Mariah, do you have a subtotal so far? Can you give me what you've already spent, or what you're gonna spend? Just add them up, go ahead, add them up. That's great, Christian, yep, you're basically just looking for,
I have
Yep, you're fine.
$9.70 so far.
what's that?
$7.
Say again?
Like $9.70.
Oh, you got a ways to go.
Yeah.
So we're finding out that $50 is enough, am I correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So I have three.
Yeah, you add those, you can add those, Christian, that will get you a subtotal. A subtotal is, it allows you to know how much money you've spent so far. Your budget is $50, but a subtotal keeps you in line with how much money you want to spend, okay?
I dollared up too. That's why I dollared up. That's why mine's.
That's fine, that's fine. But when you said, I'll need $100 for 5 people, I thought, let's start looking at the prices to see whether or not you'll need $5 or $100. You know,
If you-
probably not.
Okay,
So,
different story.
When you have completed your list, what do you have to add to it to figure out the total?
Taxes.
How do you figure out the tax?
0.6.
Multiply by 0.06, not 0.6, 0.06. 6% is sales tax in Maryland. Okay? Don't forget to do that.
Get some fruit too.
So Patrick, you know what? You're writing down, this is great, you're writing down all of the things, but we have to know how much they cost. So why don't you go back up here and find the Celeste Pizza, which is really good, and then tell me how much it is, okay? Will you go back and do me that for me?
That would be nice.
Good.
For a party. Let me go. That would be nice for a party.
A large veggie tray with dip. Actually very healthy as well. Yeah. People like vegetables. They're not heavy, right? They're nice finger foods. They could be appetizers. In fact, that veggie tray could be a very good appetizer. Depends on what you like and, since they're your friends, what they like. Christian, you have $50 to spend. So you have to add up a little bit what you have, because remember, Christian, you're inviting 5 people. So what are you going to have as the main part of your picnic? In other words, what's the big part of the meal going to be? What are you going to serve your people? Hold on, let me answer. Okay, what are you going to serve them though, Christian? What are you going to do? You walk into a barbecue. What would you like to see at a barbecue to eat? Hot dogs. Yeah, what else? Yeah, there you go. That's the main part of the meal. So you have to look at some hamburger in there, and maybe some hot dogs.
We got no hot dogs in
No
there.
hot dogs? Okay.
I looked in
They got the buns,
Hey,
though.
Yeah.
don't forget the rolls.
there.
Buns, rolls, yep.
They got cake mix, buy one, get one free.
There you go. So now you can make 2 cakes for the price of 1.
But
And that would be called dessert.
But it's got the cake mix and the frosting with it.
Cool. One-stop shopping. That's all you need. Okay. All right, guys. So
I got 25, 22.
once we get closer to, if you feel you have purchased enough, that's okay. Then we're going to go out and we're going to figure out how you want to present all of this. We're going to put it in a little menu kind of thing, and this is what I'm going to do first, and we'll do all that as a follow-up activity.
Look.
Okay, we'll do the items today, the costs. Follow-up will be creating the menu for your party. $42.71, Denasia, you're zeroing in on $50, right? Pat, you can find the prices?
Yeah.
All right, guys are doing wonderfully.
Put it right here.
Yeah, if you're finished, if you have your total, remember, let's say you hit $50 on the mark. Do you have enough money to
No, taxes.
get? Yep. Got it. Figure the governor. Don't forget the governor. So if you're right on $50, you have to take something out because you're going to make room for the tax. Right, Patrick?
Right.
You got it, bud. Okay.
I got 2 taxes.
Wonderful job, guys. You guys really did well here.
Look, that's our taxes.
Wonderful. Exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
Add it.
Yep.
For what?
Yep. Always add the tax in.
This?
Always add tax in.
For this?
Well, that would be,
Oh, that.
if you look at the total at the bottom, what do I have total down there? $50, right? Subtract the total from what you've already figured out you spent and see how close you came to spending all of your money. You're only going to have a dollar or two left that you put in your pocket. Yeah. We're trying to get you to think about budgeting, not just for dinners or picnics. When you work out there,
No, that's
where does
so
money go? Yep, that's fine. That's good.
It's right.
You're fine, Christian. Yep. You can add some more things to it, Christian, if you'd like.
Taxes.
Pardon me?
Taxes.
What about taxes? Take the total, which is a subtotal, multiply it by
The 7.
point, that's 7. No, that's your savings.
Um,
This is the total.
okay.
So you take that total and multiply that by 0.06 to get the
Yeah.
tax. Then you add those two together to see how much money you have left. And subtract that number from your total, and that's what money you have left. And Denise, you're not going to have much, believe me. All right, wonderful job, guys.